A very good morning to one and all present here. I am Rakhi Olak from DAV Pushpanjali. Today, in class 10th English, we shall discuss the chapter His First Flight by Liam O. Flaherty. Before we begin the chapter, dear students, I would like you to recall the incidents where you had done something for the first time in life. For example, your first swimming lesson, the first time you rode a bicycle, your first presentation in the class or on stage, etc. Children, how did you feel during those times? Do you remember? Didn't you feel nervous, shuddery, anxious, uneasy? And then how did you overcome your fear? Did you give up or did you keep on trying over and over again till you succeeded? Who helped you get out of the situation? The author, O. Flaherty, has very effectively captured this same emotion here in this chapter. Before we proceed, let us have a very quick look at the biosketch of this Irish short story writer. He had written many novels, non-fictions, theatre for children, which were widely admired worldwide. Thy Neighbour's Wife was his first novel in 1923, which was a bestseller. And Wikipedia can give you more interesting facts and information about his works and life. His first flight was published in 1896 in the collection of short stories. It is a parable, that is, a short story with animal characters and a moral. The story revolves around a seagull and his family. And we know what a seagull is? The seagull or the seagulls are medium to large ground nesting carnivorous birds with typical harsh squawking calls and webbed feet. The story has a young seagull, his parents, and siblings. Once, what happens is that the young seagull was standing at the ledge and desperately looking at the vast sea covering the horizon. He was hungry and worried that his family, which includes his mother, father, and his little sister, had left him to get food. While fearing his life, he could not make a flight. He thought that he was going to die there due to starvation. Even his mother was busy tearing the fish with her beak and did not bother about the young seagull, it seemed. Maddened by the sight of food, the young seagull cried to his mother. His mother screamed at him. The mother gull was approaching the young seagull with a fish. Seeing this, he was overjoyed and dived at the fish. Right when the mother gull lifted up, the young gull started falling, and a monstrous fear seized him. This is exactly when the young seagull realized that he was flying and he was born to fly high. The young seagull successfully made his first step, the first flight of his journey. The key points of the summary are here on the screen for your ready reference, dear children. The story also clearly indicates that give a man a fish and you feed him for a day, teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. This means that if you help a man, that if you give a fish when he is hungry, he'll again be hungry after some time. If you teach him how to catch a fish, you give him a skill and you give him a good turn. The story gives a twofold message, one for the young learners and the second one for the parents or guardians. For the young learners, we must understand that necessity is the mother of invention. We need to overcome fear in order to succeed. Every first step in life needs courage. To cover a distance of 100 miles, we have to take a first step. Moreover, parents also play a pivotal role in one's life. Nowadays, in the time of COVID crisis across the globe, I hope all of you must be realizing this all the more. Family ties are very important. In fact, the most important thing to keep going. Here, I remember a quote by Abraham Lincoln. All that I am or hope to be, I owe to my mother. This is exactly what the mother seagull saw as her role in the young seagull's life. Children, when you look at the little kids, those are given everything they ask for with no sense of responsibility or appreciation. They do not turn out to be the model citizens their wealthy parents would hope for. But the kids who are made to understand that you need to work to achieve all you need in life, they tend to be more successful and responsible. And if it wasn't for our parents, none of us would be where we are today. Although we may not always see eye to eye the love and wisdom they instill upon us, it is something that can never be forgotten. The young seagull's parents called him shrilly, upbraiding him, threatening him to let him starve unless he flew. But in turn, this also provided him courage. The importance of parents can be seen in the way they support our lives. They play the biggest role in our development, whether it is our mental, physical, financial, career development. They help us in every step of our life. When we are young, parents prepare us for our future. They work hard to prepare us for the challenges. The way the mother seagull taught her young one the lesson of life also gives us a key ingredient in our learning. Teaching kids life skills is very important. We have heard about the teenagers who end up in college unable to do their own laundry or who call their parents for help navigating every little aspect of their living. But if we really want to raise independent, self-reliant kids who will not only know how to do their chores but also be confident, productive, discerning human beings, they are going to need more than just skill lessons. This is what the story clearly tells us. Dear students, I will also share a few YouTube links, vocabulary exercises and assignments for further extrapolation of the theme. Kindly also refer to the NCERT workbook Words and Expression Part 2 for a better comprehension of the chapter. Consult the glossary provided in the textbook and your dictionary to find the meanings of the new words and phrases while reading the chapter. Happy reading, dear children, and thank you so much for your patient listening.